Actually, I might stop it and then I'll. Let's take time to, first of all, orientate your awareness into the space. Getting into the sense of each other in the room. Feeling the body connecting to the floor and all the places of the skin that are connecting, those points of contact. And imagine that you're going to dive your awareness down through the floor of this building and connect with the actual earth, the energies of the earth, the soil, down through the different layers of earth. And that living energy in the earth, all of the micro life. Down through the different temperatures of the earth, right into the core, into the heat. And really feel your groundedness, that connection that'll be there whenever we do any pose. We'll really get stable through the feet, through the body, that connection. And then imagine that that energy is almost like this golden light roots moving from the core right into your body, up through the floor, maybe through your feet, maybe through your sacrum and tailbone into your spine. And let that bring to your awareness your sense of yourself breathing, your body breathing. And notice that you don't have to try with your breath. Notice that it just is. You are already breathing without any effort. Your body is already breathing. Notice what the quality of your breath is this morning. Is it shallow? Is it quick? Is it short? Is it long? Without changing it, let's just acknowledge how it is. Is it full? And where you feel the breath flowing through the nose, what is the quality? Does it feel thick and a lot of tension in there? Imagining lots of different layers of colours. How can we get intimate with our breath at the moment? This is bringing us to become more intimate with our mind. A tangible way to see the mind, to feel the mind. When we consciously connect, it creates space. It creates an effect without trying. And this is a foundation to all practice, connection with breath. This is our primary. If we did nothing else and we just did this, we're doing yoga. So let's start this rhythm now, and we're breathing in for 5. We're going to hold for 5 at the top, and then breathe out for 10. And immediately I feel an effect in the belly. Let's do that again. Gentle breath in for 5. Pause 5. Breathe out for 10. And again, in 5. Pause 5 if you can manage it, or modify. And out for the option of 10 or less if that feels more appropriate. When we elongate our out breath, we really slow the mind and we bring ourselves back into parasympathetic, rest and digest, our natural state, calming down any hyperactivity. Wherever you are, let's do one more cycle. When you're finished, come back into breathing steadily. We'll elongate down the breath as we breathe in. Start to feel, have your lips seal, close, not too tight, but just lightly, and breathe in through the nose, but feel the breath in through the back of the throat, like an ocean wave or Darth Vader sound. Ujjayi breath. That's the breath we'll use through our practice. It can be really calming. The vagus nerve loves to feel and hear it because you can use it out in your day. Whenever you feel stressed, just start this. And immediately your system will say, there's my yogic breath. I know what to do. I'm going to calm myself down. Okay, so we're going to utilize that breath to work through the practice. If your knees are not already bent, please bend your knees. Take your feet in line with your hips now. And then on the inhalation, we're going to press the feet down and slowly lift your hips up into a bridge. And at the same time, raise your arms up and over your head and up alongside your ears. This is your inhalation. And then on your exhalation, lower down the hips and lower down the arms. Breathing out fully. We'll elongate that breath. Let yourself rest in the pause. And then in again for 5 counts. Breathing in, hips up, arms overhead. Dynamic bridge. And exhale for 5. Lower the arms as well. Lower the hips. We'll do that again. In 5. Lift the hips up. Arms overhead. Dynamic bridge. Exhale 5. Arms lower down. Hips lower down. And now 6 counts. Inhale, press feet down, hips lift, arms raise over. 6 counts, breath. Exhale, 6 counts, hips lower, arms lower. Seven counts. Inhale, press, lift. Exhale, 7 counts, lower and lower. Changing the rate and rhythm of the breath works with so much. We'll do one more time. This time 8 counts. Exhale 8. Inhale, draw your knees toward your belly. Exhale, hold the knees and squeeze them in. And let's take a little bit of side to side rocking. Gentle side to side movement. Beautiful. Take a pause here. Hold on to your left knee, hug that into the belly, and let your right leg extend long. We're going to release your psoas muscle. Inhale here. Exhale, lift that right leg a little way off the floor and hover it. Just a tiny inch or 2 off the floor. Hover it and squeeze your right hip into the bone. Lower down. As you lower the right leg, squeeze that left leg into your chest a little more. Inhale here. Exhale, lift and hover the right leg a tiny bit more. One more time, I'm sorry, lift and hover, just a little off the floor, hug the right hip into the bone, activate that psoas muscle, your hip flexor, up high, it attaches to all your lower back vertebrae, and lower down. Beautiful. Please slowly draw that right knee, gently draw that right knee in now. Hold that right knee and let your left leg extend long. Take a moment to feel into that and notice how it's landing. Inhale with the leg down on the floor. Exhale, lift and hover that left leg a little way. Hug the left hip up into the bone and squeeze, 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 activating left psoas. And lower. Inhale here. Exhale, lift a little, hover. Try not to lock the left knee out. Isolate more your upper psoas right up into the groin and the hip. Squeeze up there. And lower. Slowly bring that left knee back in. So you're holding both knees and open the knees wide while you hug them in. And take a moment here to kind of play and feel, create a little bit of this pulsing in between where you squeeze, like massaging into the groin area and down to your lower belly. Just play mobilization through the hip joint. Okay, we're going to take a little bit of a happy baby. So take both arms between your knees and reach through for your outsides of your feet or wherever you can. Maybe you can just hold your ankles. And then we're going to keep the knees bent, keep them wide, but take your feet and turn them parallel to the sky. So you're like happy baby, literally, that's it, beautiful. And you might like to take a tiny little rocking motion side to side, and this is going to indicate how your sacroiliacs are. If you feel any tenderness, then you know just to take it easy today. Careful with any kind of lunging position. Does one side feel more tender than the other? Just be mindful today. Beautiful. Bend the knees. Bring the knees together. Take your feet in front of your bottom, knees bent so that the knees are facing up. Arms out beside you for the moment. And please cross your left leg on top of your right. So your left thigh comes to cross over the top of your right thigh, just like we're sitting in a chair. So that lady sitting. So it's not the ankle crossing over the thigh, but it's the actual leg. So your whole leg. That's it. Now, please take your right arm out to your shoulder height, like cactus arm. So bend it. We're going to gently press the feet down and just shift your hips over to the right 1 inch. Now, let your knees slowly drop to the left, very slowly. And as your knees drop to the left, both of your legs, reach your right arm above your head, slide it up alongside your ear on the floor. Knees to the left, arm reaches above your right ear. Breathing in when we do this. Now exhale, bring everything back up to the center. Draw the arm back to shoulder height. Now just go the same way again. Inhale, let the knees drop left and slide your right arm just straight up as if you're putting your arm up alongside your ear. Breathing in. And exhale, return the knee back to the center. Return your elbow back to cactus arm. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, knees to the left. Bring your right arm, if the shoulder allows, up above you and keep it connected with the floor. And then exhale, return to center and just bring your arm just to shoulder height. You don't have to bring it back down beside your body. Just a little move. 1 more time. Inhale, let those knees drop to the left. Slide your right arm up alongside your ear. Exhale, bring back to the center. Now this time we're going to hold for 3 breaths in that twist. So inhale here, let the knees drop left, and let's hold here with the breath and let the breath and stillness help facilitate the release. Left arm can be however you're comfortable. We're going to use that breath, knees are to the left, the arm gently reaches above your head. I want you to feel that opening on through that right side of your body. Breathing in fully to your right lung. And on your exhalation, you're going to feel, so your left foot's still on the floor and your knees just drop to the left. That's it. And they don't have to go very far. One more breath here. Inhale. And then as you exhale, return those legs back into the center. Bring that right arm down beside your body and uncross your knees. Shift your hips into the center. And now please cross your right leg on top of your left. So just like you're sitting in a chair, cross your right leg over your left. Your whole leg, not just the ankle over the knee, but your whole thigh over thigh. That's it. Okay, now your left arm will come up to your shoulder height, cactus arm. So it's at a right angle to your left arm's at a right angle to your shoulder. Shift your hips a tiny bit to the left, just an inch. And then as you inhale, exhale here now and let your knees drop to the right and slide your left arm above your head. Exhale, come into the center, bring the knees back, draw your left arm back to shoulder height. Inhale, knees drop to the right, keeping them crossed. Gently let your left arm slide a little way up above your ear. Feel the opening in your left side body. Exhale, pull back into the center. Do that again 2 more times. Inhale, let your knees drop to the right. Left arm slides alongside your ear. Exhale, come back to the center. One more time. Inhale, let your knees drop to the right. Arms slide. Now let's hold. Exhale here, stay here. Inhale, feel the space created as you stay. Exhale, as you exhale, move into that space or let your body surrender deeper into your twist. One more breath here. Inhale, find the space. Exhale, surrender to the space. Inhale, please bring the knees back into the center. Bring both arms down out beside you. Uncross your legs. Lift your hips off the floor just to reset the pelvis. Lower the pelvis down and take a moment to pause. Notice how that twist created a nicer energy flows through the body. So good to take time to notice, to take that pause, not only on the mat, but in your life. To feel in, how are you doing? Walk your feet wide now, walk your knees wide. So you've got your feet as wide as your mat. Your knees are wide too. And we're going to let both knees, like window wipers, drop to the left. And now we're working more into your hip joints. And then come back into the center. Can we move smoothly, gently, and not too fast? We don't want to do quick, rapid movements. The body doesn't cope well with that. Well, it does when it needs to run or fight or flight, but we want to bring in more calmness. So now let's take the knees to the right and then center. Okay, inhale here, let the knees drop left. And center. Inhale, let them drop the other way, whatever way that is for you. Some of us are going the other way, it's okay. And now come center. Let's do 2 more like that, really getting the synovial fluid happening in your joints, in your hip joints. And center. Another way. And center. Beautiful. Walk your feet together. Bring your knees in. Hug your knees into your belly. And now squeeze your head towards your knees. So squeeze all the air out. Draw your belly back towards your spine. And we're going to rock and roll to come up. Maybe hold behind your legs. Or if it's better for you, roll to your side and come up that way. So let's come over to our all fours. Fingers are wide. Again, only stay here on your wrist as long as it's okay for your body. So here in all fours with a neutral spine, roll the pelvis forward, and as you roll the pelvis forward, feel the tailbone tilt back and you'll feel this arch happening in your back. Lift your chest and look up to the ceiling. So the breath is in here and the back is in an arch. And then exhale, round your back, tuck your tailbone under, press the floor away, tuck your chin in and feel a rounding in your whole back. Inhale as your breath flows in, pelvis rolls forward, come back into the happy cat, draw chest forward, and sense the squeeze in your spine. Exhale, scoop tailbone under, round through, draw your navel back to your spine, almost like you're squeezing that air out. Inhale again, energizing through your spine. Feel and notice how all of your spine is moving in this. Exhale, round. Do a few more and really visualize your whole entire spine. Inhale. Try not to be moving too much on the hips at this stage. We'll just isolate. So we'll just stay in the all fours. We're not actually moving forward and back just yet. We're just going to stay still. We'll do that in a minute. And then exhale, round. And now we'll start to move in a little bit more with your hips as well. So as you inhale and drop your belly, maybe just lean your, draw yourself forward a little bit. And you might feel it in the lower belly a little more. And then as you exhale and round, start to draw back all the way, tuck the tail, and then draw back into a child's pose. So you heel your bottom to your heels. When you breathe in, come back up all the way, bend your elbows initially, arch your back, roll your pelvis forward, happy cat as you come up, looking forward. And then exhale, begin your rounding and tucking here, and then draw all the way back to child's pose, your bottom to your heels. And then once you're there in child's pose, you release the effort. So draw the bottom all the way back to the heels. That's it, good. So inhale here, come back up to happy cat, all the way forward. Exhale, rounded cat, tuck the tail, and at the same time as you're holding all of that, draw back to child's pose on that same out breath. Let's do two more like that, and we won't tuck our toes under, keep on the tops of your feet here. Inhale here, otherwise you'll get cramped. Stay flat here. And now exhale, round, draw back, heels to bottom. Really feel that release through your back and your spine. How can you make this feel good for your body? This is when I invite you to tweak it, intuitively feel into your body. Let's do two more. Inhale, energizing. How's your wrist? Is that okay? Okay. Yeah.
Not too bad.
Yeah. Okay. Exhale, just a couple more. Draw back. Now, one way to release the wrist is stay in child's pose here. Anytime you get really sore, and tent up onto your fingers. So tent up and almost like you're clawing the mat, and draw back with your hips while you reach forward with your arms. You're reaching energetically forward with your arms, but your body's drawing back, and you'll feel this beautiful stretch in your whole body. So everybody can do this, tenting up onto your fingers if you want to feel that release in your wrists. Continue with your breath to feel how you can energize in your body like this. Beautiful. Rest the palms down now. Inhale, come up a little way. Ground your left hand down and take your right arm and draw it up, open up to the sky. This won't feel that easy to do just yet. Exhale, take your right arm and dive it underneath your left, taking this twist. So let your right shoulder and right ear come to the floor. But if that's no good for your back, then place a height underneath your head and your shoulder. If you've got a pillow, or some of you may even like to have a block underneath your right shoulder, if that is better, or even under your shoulder and your head. A pillow is nice though. Now here we're working into a twist. So use your left hand, place your palm down on the ground, and any way that helps you feel the twist more on the right. So I like to use my left hand, press it down and kind of push myself over to the right shoulder a bit. Just check in with your neck. Make sure there's no tension in your neck. Really breathe into that right lung without overstretching. Good. Okay, inhale here. Press your left hand down to raise your body all the way up. And as you come up, take that right arm back open. Open through. Squeeze that right shoulder blade back behind you. And exhale, lower your right hand. Ground your right hand down this time now. Open up your left arm. Peel open. Feel into the spine. Exhale here. Dive your left arm underneath your right. And let your left ear lower down to the floor. Use your right hand and gently lead yourself over towards your left shoulder. And also at the same time, feel your right shoulder blade squeeze toward your spine. Inhale here again, breathing into the left side, opening through that left side, staying here at the moment in this twist still. Exhale. And inhale, press your right hand down, slide your left hand out, adjust your right hand accordingly, and open back with this left arm. Exhale here, land it down to the ground. Now let's shift our body weight forward here and lower all the way down to your back. Take a moment here down on your belly. We're going to take our hands just beside your chest. And I want you please to bend your left knee. So bend your left knee and then inhale here. Gently raise your head, peel your chest off the floor. Your hands aren't pressing down at this moment in time. You're utilizing your back. You could even take your hands off the floor. Squeeze your arms towards your spine. And then exhale, lower down and lower the leg. Pausing, releasing. And then we'll do the other side. Bend your right knee and inhale here. Roll shoulders back. Peel your chest up off the floor. So we're working with the back. Try not to be extending the neck too much. The chin is slightly tucked and you've got this extension through your back. And then lower down. And now bend both knees. And inhale here. Raise the back. Or raise your chest and use your back. Exhale, lower down. Bend left leg. Cobra. Breathing in. Exhale, release. Right leg, cobra, breathe in. Roll shoulders back, feel back activate. Exhale, lower. Both legs, cobra, inhale, pubic bone down. Exhale, lower. Good, feel the back really activate. Legs down this time, pubic bone down, roll shoulders back, and come on up just a tiny bit higher this time. Elbows still bent. Try not to raise the shoulders and try not to push yourself up. Pubic bone wants to stay down at this stage. Legs extended long. Exhale, lower down. We'll do two more like that. Roll the shoulders back first. Press, you'll feel your core activate and it almost presses you up. Exhale, lower down. One more time. Inhale, roll shoulders back. Feel the core activate and raise up. And exhale, lower down. Beautiful. Okay, press your way all the way back. Press your knees into the floor. Rest back into a child's pose. Let's take 3 breaths here in your child's pose. As well as you breathing into your front of your body, feel that breath land in the back part of your body. Breathe into your lower back. Feel that expansion. Okay. Sorry, my smaller man just needed to do that. Let's come up to all fours here. We are going to take our way all the way up to standing, but I want you to come up to a little happy cat. Tuck your toes. We will take one downward facing dog here. So tuck your toes, wide fingers, have your first finger facing forward, and if anything, make sure you're not collapsing in on your wrist like that. Fan the fingers out. Tuck your toes, draw your navel back, and lift your hips. Draw your hips back. Draw your hips back. Work, even if your knees are bent at the moment, still press the energy of the heels down toward the floor. And then let's just keep your feet connected with the floor, but alternately bend one knee and straighten the other. Really slow, like you're slowly strolling the dog. Feel that starting to warm the backs of your legs. And at the same time, your arms draw toward your ears, your upper arms, so squeeze those triceps so that the arms kind of become straight but not locked. That's it. Beautiful. Beautiful, everyone. That looks good. Making sure our stances aren't too wide, making sure our feet aren't too far back. And then hold for 2 breaths here in your down dog. Imagine shining the light of your heart toward your quads, your thighs. Nice. And continue to imagine you're drawing your hips back in a way like I've got something and I'm drawing your thighs back. Notice how your breathing is here in Adho Mukha, Shavasana, downward facing dog. Hug those upper arms in. Beautiful. Nice work. Okay, from here, we're going to slowly, how do I want to do it here? Let's walk our feet toward our hands and our hands toward our feet, whatever's works for you. And then bend your knees. You can connect your chest on your thighs and sit your hips back. Have your feet so they're facing to the front of your mat. Sit your hips back so you're in like this chair pose. Okay, now if that's too strong, have your hands on your thighs at the moment. Sit your bottom back. You don't want your knees forward. You want to sit back here. And your spine is long. So grow from your spine. Tap your chin, but grow long in your spine. Feel that energy through your spine. So our chest is up now while our hips are back. Have your hands on your thighs. Bring your hands up onto your thighs. That's it. Good, good. So that'll help you sit your hips back a little bit more. From here, arms, take your arms up alongside your ears. Good, now press your feet down and stand your body all the way up. Breathing in here as you ground your feet down. And exhale the arms all the way down. We're going to generate a bit more energy and heat here for strength and stability. Some of the keystones for yoga is to create strength, stability, and calm in the body and in the mind. And those are the foundations. So here we'll have the arms beside you. Please come to the front of our mat. Great. We're going to do some folding chair pose. So the inhale will gently let the arms come above your here. You can just see. And then when we sit back, we're going to sit back in our chair pose and see how I'm growing strong here. And at the same time, with the same exhalation, then we'll fold. And then we'll sit back again and we'll stand back up and bring the hands down. We'll do that again. Inhale. And then exhale, folding chair, sit down deep, and then at the last part of that fold, and the legs will become a little straighter. And then inhale, sit down in your chair, raise your arms up, press your feet down, and then exhale the arms down. And do that again. Inhale. Exhale, sitting those hips back and same fold. As you fold, draw your navel back to your spine. Inhale, sit down in your chair, bring those arms up, feel that length and continue your inhalation. Exhale the arms down. 2 more, inhale. Exhale, sitting back. Continue your fold. Inhale, sitting the hips back again. Bring those arms up. This is the tricky part. There's that point there that it just feels really strong, but it feels empowering. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sitting hips back. Press. Beautiful stability. You've all got beautiful stability and flow there. And exhale. Okay, let us take a warrior one to start to warm the front of the legs out. I have no idea what this hair one looks like. It fell out, sorry. Okay, let's step our left foot back. So we're going to step our left foot back and we'll turn our toes out just 10 degrees off the center line. Feel first of all, like we started with, that earth connection under your feet. Feel that drawing up into your body, almost like there's this dynamic magnetic connection with your feet to the earth. There, your stability, everything grows from there. All right, that principle is across the board with everything in life. Okay, just got all philosophical because you know you can go to so many things with that. Like you think seeds and anyway, that's for another day. Okay, inhale. We're going to bend forward, lunge forward, and as you lunge forward here, we're going to press out through the back leg. The tendency is to go so far forward that you can't see that front toe. So if you can't see your front toe, please wiggle that front foot forward so that you can, and draw back with the back leg. So if I just lunge forward and my back leg's collapsing, I'm losing that. If I pull back with that as well, then I have more integrity in this warrior one pose, Virabhadrasana one. Okay, so here the inhalation will be when we come into the pose, and the exhalation will be draw back and straighten the front leg. Now inhale, come back into your warrior one, Virabhadrasana one. Feel the strength and the groundedness as you grow tall, but the shoulders stay down. Exhale. Find that breathe as well like we started with. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more, inhale. Exhale. Now we get to cleanse and now we get to release frustration or energy. So we're going to be warriors here. We're going to change the arms. We're going to reach forward as we come into our warrior one. And as we come back, we're going to ha. Okay? And I want you to do the ha from here. And I want to hear you over me. Right? You've got to be stronger than me. We'll do that. We've just done 4, we've done 5. Okay, let's just think. Ready? Inhale. All right, I'll be quiet when you do it. Inhale. Yeah, it's hard because I really like this one. We need it. Ready? That's good. Yeah, and feel that release and power. Yep, anywhere you need that strength in your life where you want to clear. Inner obstacles, let's overcome them. 3 more. And again. New Zealand warrior, half that. We're doing the half that. Ready? 1 more. And now the last one. That's a good sign of just letting yourself go with it. Now we do a nice, and then we'll step forward because that front leg's been doing enough. So take a little bit of movement here with that front leg, whatever you need. You need to kind of swivel it. Whatever natural movement feels good for you. Okay, let's stand on the left leg now and step our right leg back. You want a decent stride here. Turn the right toes out. Just 10 degrees off the center line. And the left foot will be facing the front. Okay, so inhale here. Press out through the back leg while you lunge into the front and make sure you can see those toes clear. So the lunges are bent forward into that front leg. And then exhale, draw back and straighten the front leg. Inhale, 2 more like this. Exhale. Good to really feel the power and the simplicity of basic movements that are powerful, foundational. Inhale, they always thread through. Exhale. 1 more like this actually to make it equal to the other side. Deep to your belly with your breath. Exhale. Now we get ready for our warrior. So inhale, reach forward, press out through the back leg and yeah. All right, let's do that again. 2 more. 1 more. Beautiful. And then the gentle one. Awesome. Stepping forward. Again, take some time to swivel the feet. We're creating heat, we're building strength, we're building flow. Let's now take ourselves to face this way, and we'll take our feet, come into the center of your mat. Step quite wideish with your feet. Turn both toes in toward each other at this moment. Okay, so both toes slightly turned in. Now please turn your left foot to face me. So let's face the short edge of the mat, the front of your mat. Make sure those back toes are turned in. We're going to start into Bananarasana 2, Warrior 2. Same principle with the legs. So have the feet first. Okay, making sure with this front leg, we've all got pelvis here and the hip joint attaches to the pelvis. Depending on what position our actual iliums are taking and what position our hip joint is in here is going to determine how we stand. This is where we all differ. So for some of you here, I know, I usually would say, oh, get your foot and make sure that it's open like this. But to do that isn't aligned with your pelvis. So I need your pelvis, your knee, your foot to be aligned. All right? So if when you try to open your foot to here, something feels totally wrong here, ask, okay, where's my pelvis need my foot to be so that my hip, my knee, and my foot is aligned. And with the back one, the reason why the toes are turned in and not right out anymore is because the pelvis already wants to come in this direction. And if I was to try to ply you open like that, that's where injuries have happened in modern day yoga, all right? We're not out in the bush in caves in India. We are here in our lives and we have different pelvises too. So that's a little bit of a yoga anatomy lesson. So let's bend here into your lunge and press out through the back foot. So press out, press down through the back edge of that foot behind you. Now with the arms, we're going to follow the legs. So each arm is following the legs. And here, the first thing to do, often if we touch shoulders, is do this. So I want you to do that for a minute. And then do that again. Indulge that tendency to shorten our shoulders. And then, good. Now let's feel into the power of Bananarasana 2, Warrior 2. Where in your life can you draw on this feeling of stability, strength? Can you feel it in your body? Can you feel the burning in your legs in some ways? All right, we're going to do what I call Chloe's pose. So your right arm will scoop down in front of your body and come here like we're pulling a bow and arrow. We're going to set our intention. Then you're going to draw the string back and release anything that doesn't serve you and look forward to the direction that you want to go. Do that 2 more times. Scoop that right arm down. Draw your string, set your intention. Pull it back, let go, and look forward. Do that 1 more time. Reach around, set your intention, align yourself, pull that energy back, let go, and that's it. Now take your right arm behind your back. Your left palm turns up. Stay down in your lunge. And inhale, reach your left arm over your head, reverse warrior. So our lunge is still the same. You're going to breathe spaciously into your left lung. One more breath. And as you breathe out, take your your left arm, it's my right, and hang out on your left elbow. Hang out on your left knee with your left arm. Open through your left shoulder. We won't bring in the arm yet. This is side angle. Traditionally, this pose is done with the arm over the head and maybe the arm inside your leg. But for today, we're just going to hang out on our knee and take that right arm, keep it behind your back and use it to draw your right shoulder back. And notice how your left ribs go forward, your right ribs go back. Side angle pose, creating side through the side extension through your right side. Press down with the outside right edge of your little toe. Feel the strength in that front leg, probably a burn by now. Okay, when you're ready, take that top arm, now reach up to the sky. Still holding that opening in your chest and the rotation in your thoracic spine. Beautiful. And inhale, press your front leg down, bring yourself back up. Warrior 2. Have you guys got a burn in your front leg? Great. Me too, I thought it was just me. Okay, bring the arms down. Spin both feet to face your long edge and then heel toe them just a little closer, but not too wide. Good. Is your feet okay? Everyone's feet okay? If they need kind of moving around a little. Okay, so from here, keep your feet facing the front, hands on your hips. As we do any kind of forward folding, what I really want you to focus on when you breathe out, we'll do it while we're standing. So breathe in, let yourself expand everywhere when you breathe in. Give yourself a belly. It's okay to have a belly. And now as you breathe out, feel everything draw back in toward your core. And at the last part of that, squeeze your lower belly in more. Almost like you're pushing that little bit of air out even more and squeeze the belly in. And that's just to support your back. All right, and you'll feel the pelvic floor also. Breathe in, release it, let it expand. Breathe out. And at the last part of that, yeah, nice. I can see that, everybody. Whenever we do forward folds or exhalation, always do this. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, let it release. Let it expand. Exhale, draw back. As you draw it back in with the core, feel the pelvic floor also lift. One more, inhale. Exhale. Draw in and feel that activation of that pelvic floor. Beautiful. We're going to do that in movement now, okay? So inhale here. And as we exhale, we're going to start to bring the hips back, create that forward fold, and let yourself fold to where you're comfortable. At the end of your exhalation, draw the navel back. And as you do, you're going to find you can fold more. It gives you length in your upper body. When you fold, if you want your hands to the block, that may be helpful. Now here, inhale. As you inhale, I want you to half lift. So gently half lift your body up, almost giving yourself a flat back. Maybe bend the knees if the legs are straining. Then exhale, fold again. Drawing the navel back. And again, inhale, half lift. Feel the strength of your back, drawing you up like you give yourself a flat back. Looking up, and imagine that I could set a cup of tea on your back. So yes, actively draw it. That was a marked improvement. I saw that. It's good. Exhale, fold. Draw that navel back in. Draw the pelvic floor up. One more time. Inhale, half lift. Let me see that extension in your spine. Cup of tea back. Cup of tea back. Yep. Really draw, almost like your chest lifts forward and the back shortens. Flatten your back. Iron that back out. Nice. Awesome work, everybody. Exhale, fold. And we're just going to hold here. If you feel dizzy, please lift your head higher than your heart if you have low blood pressure. Let's take 2 more breaths here. If you are able to let your head relax, what you're better to do is let your chin tuck if you're able to do that, and let the back of your neck be long. And imagine any tension draining off you. Imagine any tension draining off your shoulders as you hold this forward fold. So holding the forward fold. Okay, beautiful. Getting ready now to gently unfold your way all the way up to stand. Come up the way that your body allows, and I can watch you. Heel toe your feet together. You're going to need to bring them together a little bit because they've been wide for a long time. Turning back to the front. Let's just take a moment here to just lift and flex in this position for a minute before we do the other side of Warrior 2 sequence. Okay, because you know we walk this way, we don't walk like crabs, but you have just done all of that. So awesome. You've done one side, and I want you just to feel, what do you notice in your body? Do you feel the imbalance, or what are you aware of? When you just stand, does your body just kind of want to sway into a certain position? Does it want to kind of unfold or unwind in a certain way? How's your breath? Is your mind calmer? Do you feel happy in your being? Is it good to actually move energy in this way? How connected are you with yourself right now? Because that's what it's all about. Let's turn now. I'm going to face this way, Alan's way, taking the foot wide. Turn both toes in. Now you want to turn your right foot to face me, so facing in front of the mat. Good, and let's start to work our way toward Warrior 2. So when we find that lunge, make sure we're also pressing out through the outside of the back foot. Make sure the back toes are turned in, not out. So turn a little bit more around and turn the back toes. Yeah. Okay, so once our legs are there, we're strong and we've got that really grounded foundation, let's take the arms into the earth. Good. Inhale, shrug your shoulders, let your shoulders shrug, like let them raise up to your ears, let them be tight, let them get it out of their system. Breathe in when you do that, then exhale. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, let them shrug, let them be tight, let them be as they may already be. And then exhale, remind them how they could be. 1 more time. Exhale. Soft, soft, soft. Find soft in the strength. Find that softness in the strength. Looking to make sure my hip is aligned with my knee, is aligned with my toe in the front leg. Okay, please take your right hand behind you. Did we do anything else before that? No, we didn't. Please take your, oh yes, we did bow and arrow. Sorry, come back. Thank you, Jen. Your intention. Come back to warrior two. Let's take our left arm, come round, pull your bow, big breath, draw back, and then release, and look to the direction we want to go. Do that again. Here we go. Scoop it around, draw back, and let it go. Again. One more time. Inhale here, pull, set your intention, draw back, letting go. And now take your left hand behind your back. Turn the right palm up. Keep the knee in your lunge and reach your right arm over to reverse warrior or dancer. Breathe into your right lung, keep your pose. I'm just tired in the arms and I can't look around my arm there, so you see your breathing. All that breathing we've just done, the expansion, and on the exhalation, the core. That last part in the core. Pelvic floor. Good. One more breath here. Inhale. Now as you exhale, come over to your elbow onto your knee. So your right elbow rests on your thigh. And then left arm behind your back. Or keep it flat on your sacrum. Turn the palm to the sacrum. So the inside of your hand, turn it around and let it be flat. No, your other arm, your hand that's behind your back here. Tattoo, yeah. And then open through your left shoulder. Let your right rib split rotate. Nice. Open the left shoulder to the left. Draw your right rib, yeah, so that you shine your heart to your inside of you, not down to the floor. That's it. That's it. Beautiful. Now later when we do the side angle pose, traditionally when your left arm is over your head, when the neck allows, we would be turning to look underneath our left arm towards the sky. It's not always appropriate for every neck. So you might like to give that left arm a chance now, first of all, to come above your ear, then to reach over your ear and just test and see how does my neck feel to gently tuck my chin and turn to look up underneath my armpit. Keep pressing out through the back edge of my back foot. Okay, good. Now release the neck. Bring that top arm back down beside you. Press the front foot down. Stand your way all the way up and spin both feet to face the long edge of your mat. Turn the toes toward the front of your long edge of your mat. That's it. Okay, hands on your hips again. Inhale here, expand. Exhale here, fold and draw the navel back. Inhale here, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold, draw navel back. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Let's stay here now in your forward fold. I want you to feel the calming effects in your forward fold when you hold it. Whenever we do a forward fold, it's this invitation inward. If you can allow your chin to tuck, to allow the back of the neck to be long, and feel tension, just roll up your shoulders. If your hamstrings are sore, your back is sore, bend your knees. Resting your chest on your thighs. Nice, I can hear the quiet in the field. Okay. When you're ready, you're going to press down to roll up in your own way. Take your time. Nice way, everyone. Walking and lifting. Please spin to face the front. Okay, so our balance that we'll do today is eagle pose. And I like this because you get a little bit of work for the upper body and the legs. And I'm going to demonstrate first. We're modifying eagle pose today. I like to do it this way in all my classes. So I'll show you. We're going to ground down. I'm grounding down through my right leg. I'm going to take my left leg and cross it over, just like we did when we crossed our leg over in the twist on the floor. I'm going to already start to kind of bend and sit down into my chair. I'm not sitting forward. I'm going to sit and bend that leg that I'm standing on, and my other foot is on the floor like that. So we've already got this sitting down in your chair. Arms are extended, and the opposite arm is on top than the leg. So my left leg's on top, my right arm will be on top. Turn the palms and hold where you can. So once I'm here, my focus is hugging, like I'm hugging around a centerpiece, like a pole or something in the center. That draws all my energy inward. That giving yourself resistance just takes you into a calm. My legs are squeezing into each other. My arms are kind of squeezing into each other. I'm pressing wherever I feel resistance. So I'm pressing this arm into the inside of the other, like the elbow, that's pressing. Wherever you intuitively do, I'm sitting back in my chair, and then we'll inhale, lift those elbows, keep squeezing to adjust, to adapt to this. And then the exhale will fold a little. And then the inhale will lift and squeeze, and you'll feel this opening happen in your back. And then exhale, squeeze, including your navel back and tuck the tail. So, okay, we'll do that a few times together. It won't finish just like that, we'll finish properly. Right foot, round down. Already start to kind of soften. Take that left leg, cross it over, and feel the part of your body that's going to press in. Now, the tendency for some people is to keep a lock in that back leg and just do that. I don't want you to do that. I want you to soften that back leg and start to get this bend from here. Okay? And just make sure that the hip is okay with that. Once you start your sitting, good. Now cross your right arm on top. If you can't hold, just hug. Otherwise, hold wherever you can. So some of us may just hold here, maybe our thumb, wherever you can hold. So feel where your resistance is in your body. Where are you squeezing? Where can you feel that stabilization? Keep sitting the hips back like that chair stuff we've done in the start. While we've done it. Now inhale, lift your elbows a little and feel this extension in your back of your spine. And exhale, round your elbows towards your belly, tuck your tail, squeeze your navel back. Inhale, release that. Lift the elbows, let the pelvis roll forward, breathe in. Exhale, round. Now, if this unstabilizes, you just hold still. One more, inhale. It's not easy. Exhale. Now this time we're going to come up and stay there. Sit down in your chair and lift your elbows high. I want you to feel this release in your back. Lift your elbows as high as you can. Keep sitting your hips back. It's not easy, this one. Have patience. It's okay. It's okay to come in and out of it. It's fine. It really is fine. Release now your wings. This is eagle pose. Let the eagle fly. Uncross your leg, and that leg you've been standing on. So move in any way you need to. Move it around, just kind of shake it out, pat it out, whatever is going to help. And have a drink if you need it. It's getting pretty warm here. You can put the fans on if you need it, although we're nearly coming down to the floor. This is the last side, then we've got to go down to the floor. So you have Shavasana. Right? So here we go. Take it off, shake it off. Whatever's going on in the mind about it, go. Feel that. Focus, new left foot. Time to start again. Cross your right foot over. And take time to feel into this. Sit your hips down. It's okay to be wobbly. Arms out. This time our left arm will be on top. So crossing the left arm, you'll find that it's different. Good. See, some of you are able to do this much easier on this side. Okay, feel that point of hug, like where you're squeezing into yourself, and notice how that shifts your concentration, brings you inward. That's why we do it. Yogis developed all of these for these reasons, the way that they impact on our field and bring our mind back in. Inhale. Breathing in, feel the elbows, or let the elbows lift and feel that open your back. And then exhale, feel a squeeze and fold. You don't have to come down very far. Do that again. Inhale, sit your hips back while you lift your elbows up. Exhale, fold. And again, inhale. Exhale, beautiful everyone. It's really, really good. It's time we're going to come up and hold the up part. Inhale. And keep sitting the hips back while the elbows lift up. I want you to feel when the elbows lift how that impacts your mid back or your upper back, really. Keep breathing though. Keep squeezing into the midline. Keep feeling that heat build. Exhale. And let's unfold. I don't quite know if it's hot because I've just started like the usual hot. Is it me or is it everybody? You guys are. It's just us. We're creating the heat. Okay. I think that's enough. Let's take ourselves down. We've kind of done a little bit of a twist there. Come all the way down to your bottom. And we have done a twist laying down. Just see how your back's feeling. Mine's feeling pretty good actually after that. Yours is feeling pretty good too. All right, so let's come down to our back and hug your knees into your belly. Take your arms out beside you. Have your feet in front of your bottom. And just if you do need a tiny little bit of a twist or dynamic movement, take just half a minute now to move your body in whatever intuitive, integrative way you feel. Okay, we haven't had time to do a really strong back bend today, but you've done some initially on the floor. So if anyone after you've done your twist feels like you need to just lift your hips up into that bridge pose like we started with, then bring your feet about as wide as your hips. Arms down beside you this time. Keep your arms down on the floor. Press your feet down. Lift your hips up high. Hold there. Squeeze your bottom. Lift a little bit higher. Really activate that bottom. It's going to use those glute muscles to help draw your sacrum back into place. Keeping your breathing strong there. And then lower it down, vertebra to vertebra. Hug your knees in one last time. And well done. We're going to rest now. Shavasana, final resting pose, corpse pose. So please make yourself comfortable. Extend your legs long. Whatever you need, if some of you need a bolster under your knees for your lower back, place the bolster there. If you want a pillow, if you need a blanket, whatever you need, your Shavasana. And I won't talk through Shavasana today, I want you to have a quiet one. I just put a little bit of a gentle sound on. Your whole body rest now, and everything relax. No effort at all. No holding at all. Noticing your physical body and then the breath within that. Maybe the energy flowing through you now, a little smoother. And the stillness, it's when everything that we've done in our movement gets to really integrate into your being. So the prana that you've moved through clearing energy blockages through the movement gets to now move into deeper parts of your cells. Really help effect that re-establishing homeostasis right through your entire system. The organs are nourished. You get to rest in that space you've found and created. Your mind and your breath. Deeply calm, but also energized. Let yoga come to meet you and show you, help you understand through your practice. How it differs to exercise, but you get the benefits plus more. It's a whole system, science, philosophy, and it's nothing that your system doesn't already know. Bring you home to yourself. You know, as we begin our transition from our practice and toward moving into our day or our week, I'm going to ask you to bring into your awareness, into your heart space, something that you feel gratitude for today. Allow that to infuse your being, that energy that arises in you, gratitude. And can you move now, gently as you bring the movement into your hands and fingers and body from this place of that gratitude? And from the beauty and some of the effects from your practice today, really, really wrap yourself around that and let that feed into your next moment as you move into your day. I'm going to slowly come to the point of rolling onto your side. take your time as you're on your side. And give yourself the most beautiful of hugs on your side. Squeezing into your hug. And then using your hands, please press your way up to center. We still had 10 minutes of Shavasana, but it doesn't feel like that long. I know. And it's already 10 o'clock, so like, you can stay for Yin if you want to stay for Yin. It's relaxing on the floor, so you're welcome to stay. But thank you for practicing today. Have a wonderful week. And don't stop.
Do you want these ones?
I just stay out today and others can just use some more. Thank you. Actually, if anybody does want to wipe your mats down, I've got some wet wipes. So here we go. Coming on this, okay? Ready? Hello. Good morning. I'm going to place it for this recording for a moment. Okay. Our body is actually our friend. It's such a gift. And it does speak to us. The soul speaks to us through the body. And if you're at the moment and you're in your life and you're kind of someone, and a lot of us have this tendency where we kind of carry the load, okay? We kind of do it all, or we're just having to get things done because there's nobody else to do it, or sometimes we can bring in balance into ourselves. And the body will let us know when we need to kind of just let ourselves receive for a little while because we're overdoing. We just need to bring more balance. So Yin, I want you to really allow yourself to drop into the receiving part of the Yin practice. So letting go any sense of striving. Now, even if we're still in our mind, we still have this background striving, this background finger on this pulse that's driving this. Even though our body's not moving, there still is a background. I don't know, it's just conditioning, it's like the spinning. So just being aware of that and having that intention today, at the deepest level, I just want to receive, I want to surrender, I want to really feel the depth of my practice and just be here and really be absorbed in that. And there's no doing in that. You don't even have to try to do it. In fact, it's less doing and less trying. So with our spine today, we'll actually start laying on our back in a moment, and I'll take you through some breathing. And then we'll come into the heart opener pose for a start. So you can today use your bolster or your blocks. And it will be the thoracic release, when we've got the blocks between our shoulder blades and the other one under our head. I'll show you when we get there. But I just want to give you the option. We can either use our blocks or bolster for a little bit more softness underneath the thoracics. But I'll show you when we get to that point. For now, we're going to come and we're going to ground in and arrive by coming onto your back and laying flat on the floor. Have your legs long if you wish, but if your back is too sore for that, feel free to bend the knees and take your feet as wide as your mat and let your knees knock in together. If you have an ongoing pain that just doesn't settle, no matter what position you're in, it's one of those pains that you just can't put your finger on. And providing we've had it checked out and we know there's nothing else going on, then keeping in the spirit with our yin today, how can we hold that and meet that and lean into that tenderly with curiosity and breath? Kind of meet it and allow space for it. Just allow it to be seen and felt. It might intensify, like we're turning the dial up for a moment. But keep holding space and giving it space until it begins to dissipate. Let it come and rise without pushing it down. With every breath here now, feel yourself yield a little more on the out breath into your body, body into the floor, floor into the earth. Have compassion for yourself at the core today. Willing to hold space for whatever needs to come. Feel your breath in your nose. Flow the dual stream through each nostril. Begin to feel the pause between the inhalation and the exhalation. Feel the breath arise and then flow naturally, rise and fall. Notice how it smooths out the longer you stay with just observing it. And while we're here in this position, we'll actually release our lower back and hips first. So let's take our feet as wide as the mat and take your knees wide too. Have your knees bent. And with them wide, please let them drop to the right. So let both knees drop to the right, but keep space between them. So they're a windshield wiper drop to the right and there's space. If you feel you need a pillow underneath one of your legs right now or a bolster between them, use any props that is going to help you rest. It's nice to put a bolster between them because it can give you that beautiful support. Again, you're here And you're finding that effortless pose that you can be still and comfortably. Let the neck fall into the place, let the head roll into the place of least effort. Roll your shoulders so that they are also soft. And here we surrender into this shape. Three more breaths. Find your stillness when you're in your pose. If you get distracted, bring the mind back to your breath. See if you can let it take you deeper inward. Moving out of our sensory field into our own being. Traveling through that inner path. The real path of healing. Not reaching, but surrendering into yourself. Bring the knees back into the center. Please move slow, gentle. Take a moment there in the center. Adjust your pelvis accordingly. Feel the energy flow through your body, moving it slow. Your mind centered in your being, eyes closed, if that's comfortable for you. Feel the energy in your spine. That's it. Notice what you notice. Any warmth anywhere, sensation. And when you feel ready, you're going to gently let the knees move to the other side. So let them drop. Keep space in the knees. Well done. With the knees moving to the other way, place a bolster or something between them if you need it. Slowly get ready now to bring yourself out of the shape. Be gently and take time to be with yourself in the center. Place the legs now in a comfortable position. Maybe they're straight and long, maybe they're still bent, but the feet are a little closer. A few breaths here to let that all settle. Notice what you notice in your spine. Can you feel the energy flow? You feel yourself being really grounded. And then we're going to make our transition over to your side and press yourself up just for a short time to set up for our heart opener, fish pose. So the options will be the blocks or your bolster. If you've got the blocks, you can have it on the flat side or the high side. I'll show you both. I'll show you the flat side first. So we'll take the flat block vertical between your shoulder blades, not too high, not too low, and the other block on the medium side. Maybe the legs are long. That's too high for me. I need it a little bit lower. Kind of want it right in that thoracic area, or maybe butterfly legs. So this is one level. If you want to come a little higher, then turn this block horizontal and on the medium side, and the other block on the head side, high side, and this is between shoulder blades. And the high block under your head, and again open, maybe feet are wide, maybe they're bent, maybe in butterfly or bent. Or last option, if you want a softer, more yin nurture, then one block at your head and the bolster here under your shoulder blades. Maybe no block or maybe block. You just adjust it accordingly. And repeat. And roll your arms over it. And maybe even leap and butterfly. If you want to have a feel of all three and see which one lands with you today, or you already know. This particular one over the bolster is really surrendering. If you want to drop deeper into your yin, this will take you there. It's more calming. There's not really any activation. You can become aware of all of the energy moving through your meridians in these different shapes. too hard. So it's okay. Come back now. Still feel it. Remain divine harmony manifest. Oh, you living in the world of six directions. Accept the glow and accept the bliss. For those seeds buried in the ground will one day grow into fruitful orchards. Calm, sacred convergence. Roaming about town, the master was holding the light, saying, I am weary of the demons and the beasts. Human is what I am longing for. Human cannot be found. We have searched, but cannot be found, so I am longing for. Although poor and needy, I will never see small pieces of wood. The mind finds ruby is what I am longing for. One hand holding a cup of wine, and the other the curls of the beloved. Dance like this in the middle of the circle is what I want. This pose of determination. Perseverance leads to fortune. I struggled and suffered for 40 years, even knowing the remedy I was looking for was in a bottle of vintage wine. Its sweet success I was hoping to find in my fortune was hidden in the curls of the beloved ear. When the going gets tough, call on your power of perseverance. No matter how hard it is or how long it takes, be steadfast in what you're doing. Is Sharon how he was able to taste the pleasure of being in the arms of his beloved through this instance. He did so by doing everything with joy and determination. And in this way, perseverance turns vinegar into vintage wine. Feel the power. Shining. First, the wonder of revelation. Creativity and the serene soul flows through us in the fullness of love. It finds its expression in the awe and wonder of revelation before our eyes. Most of the challenges we undergo have the potential to introduce us to our introverted, innovative femininity. When something out of the norm happens, creative people go inward and explore their resources, turn things around and put them into imaginativeness. As we claim our creative power and embrace a new experience, we are open to the future that awaits us beyond the known, beyond the certainty, and beyond what has already been dreamed of. Another 2 breaths here in the shin. If your legs have been in butterfly pose, please begin to slowly, gently extend them out. And you're taking the time to come off your blocks or off your bolster. Maybe you roll to the side. You could bend your knees and roll to the side. Or maybe you just press up and then come back to lay flat on your back. And go back to feeling into the place where your block or bolster has been when you lay that. And feel that sensation that's there. While also being aware of the global way energy is flowing through you now and around you. Feel the rivers of light awaken. And notice that beautiful sensation or awareness. Subtle pulsation up and down your spine. Energization in the palms of your hands and soles of your feet. We're going to take Bananarasana. So please slide your right leg across to the lower right side of your mat. Stay on your back the whole time And then slide your left leg across to meet your right. I like to cross my right on top of my left. And then if the arms are okay to take above your head, reach them up and then wiggle your shoulders and head to the right side of your mat. Create a side bend in your body. Shortening to the right side, lengthening to the left. So you're in the letter C, like a banana or a crescent moon. If you want support underneath that top arm, let me know and I'll bring something to you. Or if it's too strong, let it rest down beside your body. It doesn't have to be above your head. As long as you've got that beautiful C in your body. And then across the C. And then got this one long here. Is your shoulder happening? And if it's tight, just take this arm. So change your frequency to full line. And change the relationship expression. I never help you get it. Self-express my name. It's the same as a teacher. It's there to remind you that we all have the right to express freely what we want to say or do. When we choose not to voice ourselves in the way we need to, we're not being true to ourselves. Rather than allowing us to just pursue everything that we want, it makes us work for it. Even though there are many ways for us to be what it is we want to have, choose what we want. This frequency can help cleanse the body of toxins. Cleanses the body from retraining and radiation. Various for lifestyle. You start using self-expression now. Being careful and I can this is what we need to overcome. Solutions with the spirit to reach your goals. Find the space, focus on sitting in one sound and intention on what you want. Without breathing self-expression. we're ready, everyone. We're going to softly, slowly return everything into the center. Take some time with your body central. Then feel the energy flow in your spine. Be still for the moment. Be still. We haven't moved into the other side yet. And now stay on your back and let your left leg slide to the left side of your mat. Let your right leg join it and cross the left leg over the right. And then wiggle your head and shoulders to the upper left, creating a seat now on this left side of your body. If any of your shoulders aren't comfortable, just have both arms down beside you. One can be on your chest, the other one on your belly, or just beside you on the floor. Let your head roll to the position that it's most easeful. Then find yield and surrender into the shape. Softness, gentleness, stillness. With everyone. Gently now, very slowly, begin to unravel, come back into the center. Then take a moment to be there. Trying not to overdo any movement, just very gentle. Come back into alignment. Notice what you notice, sensation-wise, energy-wise. And then we're going to bend the knees and gently roll to your side to transition up. Keep your gaze low. And come all the way over to your belly. You may want to bring a block with you or your bolster. We're going to take Sphinx pose either over your bolster. Today I'm going to use my bolster. And just let the chest rest on the bolster. Allow it to raise you up into that beautiful back position. And the arms can either be down and just below your chin to touch, or if you want to rest your forehead on the block, or being pose where your heels of your hands are in your cheekbones and your eyes are covered by your hands. Walk the elbows a little wider and rest the weight of your head in your hands. Wiggle the body until you're really, really comfortable. I feel the energy meridian, the bladder meridian at your back of your body. It's kind of creating a shortening in your bladder meridian down the back of your body. Feel it under your feet, all up your legs, all through the sides of your spine, behind your head. Feel that energy meridian settle in. Stay where you are if it feels good. If you want to take this a little stronger, you're welcome to straighten the arms and press up onto your arms a little more, or bring your elbows and forearms onto your bolster, and it will give you a stronger back. Only do that if you feel like you need higher. Otherwise, stay with how you were. Feel into your back. Feel a passive compression. Maybe a little bit of a deep take. Or relax. Bottom relaxed. Find your stillness again. Breath is beautiful and soft. Spacious and deep. Three more breaths. And then come down to rest and take a few breaths without any conditioning at all. Gently, we're going to press our way up to set up for 90-90. Press your hands. Draw your hips back. Maybe take a moment in child's pose. Resting maybe your head and your arms on the bolster. Letting the breath fill your back. Take your toes touching and your knees a bit wide. If the hips are high, that's okay. Wherever you take your child's pose. Slowly press our way up. Make your bolster vertical and sitting on your left hip. Align your bolster with your left hip in this vertical position. That's it. Beautiful. Right, and behind you, ground down through your sitting bones. Turn and face the bolster and straight up down, setting yourself up for that 1990. Feeling the twist in your spine. And surrender into your support. Very gently now. Press your hands down. Raise your body up. All the way to that brightness. And then swirl around to lay on the right hip. Align your bolster with your right hip. Time to ground down to lift up. And then lower yourself. Right legs in front, left legs behind you. That's it. And everybody, slowly, rest your way out. And we're going to come into Shavasana now because we've done our extension already. So swivel around and maybe place the bolster under your knees. Any other support under your head, or put yourself up in the most warm, comfortable position in Shavasana. You need a pillow under your head, you need a blanket. Let your spine be straight. And really rest into the effects from your practice. Allow your heels to rest and your legs, feet to rest heavy into the ground. Feel all the bones become really heavy. Allow your hips to roll and your legs just to roll wherever they're most comfortable. sacrum is heavy into the floor, bones are heavy, and the muscles melt, almost like they're melting onto the bone. Everything heavy into the floor, resting, effortless, stillness. Head, shoulders, arms. And you're aware of your breath flowing in through your nose. The smoothness of your breath, the quietness, the gentleness. You're aware of the pause between the breath. How rested you are, how spacious and open. Continue to follow the breath and rest in the place where it converges at the third eye, deep in the middle of your brain. Let presence build there. Follow the breath into your third eye. Begin to bring the awareness back into our body, into this time and place. Feel where your body's laying on the floor. Feel your breath flowing through your being. Hear the sounds and the environment, orientation here now. Presence very strong in your being. Knowing that calm place you've managed to rest into so deeply, and bring that through into your next moment, into your week. Let that peace follow you wherever you go. That you influence any environment that you're in just through your being. We're going to start to bring movement back into your hands and feet, slowly, slowly. Moving the body, stretching the body as you feel. In your own time and in your own way. Roll yourself to the side. Please give yourself that hug and feel into anything you feel gratitude for today. Really fold around that. Really yield into that. Make that part of you. Whatever it is that you really feel gratitude for. Feels gratitude for you. Knowing that somewhere somebody has gratitude for you. For your being here. It's quite a humbling thought. And let's slowly come up to seated. Press your way up. Okay. Let your heart, gently bow your head. We might take a gentle om together to finish our practice. So we'll hum or om and breath out. Breathe out fully now, release everything. Gentle breath in. And then beautiful. Thank you. Namaste. Thank you.